This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com. Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today's 1/5/22. Yes, you got that right. 2022. Well, choppy, sloppy markets starting off the year, Nick.
Yes, Kerry, we are looking at some real choppy and sloppy markets. Tech is slumping, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is now the leader of the pack. And you know what I say, when the Dow leads, I'm always skeptical of the bull case. So this is where the money goes to get parked, and we're seeing lots of it getting parked into the Dow Jones.
I guess it should be when the Dow leads, the market bleeds.
Oh, I like that one. I might have to write that down and steal it from you.
Yeah, you can have it. That's the headline of this one.
That's a good one. When the Dow leads, the market bleeds. And that's exactly what we're seeing. The NASDAQ's down another 130 points right now. So we're seeing the NASDAQ, which is should be the leader, and it's not. It's selling off pretty sharply. The Russell 2000 is basically flat as we speak. And the Dow is up 115 points. So again, the Dow leading, and you're right. Everything else in technology is bleeding. But we're seeing, energy's acting well. We're seeing a lot of the metals, industrial and precious, both acting well. And we're seeing technology really, really slump. And then you got a lot of retailers that are looking junky right now. So you got to be careful there too.
Yeah. So, hey, take a look at the nat gas chart for me, if you will. Tell me what you're thinking there.
Yeah, so nat gas is actually getting a bump today, but I'm looking for nat gas to go a little bit lower, Kerry. I think it can go to that 328, 329 level. That's the level I've given my members. And when it gets there, that's when I'm going to be a buyer of nat gas. But it's acting really well today, possibly because of the events that are going on in Kazakhstan. Maybe that has a little bit to do with it. Uranium's getting a big bid today on the back of that. Equities like Cameco, CCJ is a ticker symbol there. Global X Uranium ETF, URA, that's a ticker symbol there. They're very strong on the back of this Kazakhstan civil war, so to speak. I don't know what's going on there, but there's some real violent scenarios happening.
So there's something going on in Kazakhstan? I didn't even see it. So.
Yeah, Kazakhstan's for the last week or so, there's some real big protests. There's a lot of violence going on there. And, they're a big oil producer too. People don't realize it. And they produce a lot of uranium. So
they're the low-cost producer of uranium in the world.
Yeah, and that is causing uranium stocks to go up. And that could also, they're big nat gas producers as well. So they may have something to do with the nat gas pop today.
Interesting. Bond yields, they're going up.
Yeah, bond yields have been really rocketing and rolling. Today, they're taking a little bit of a break. The 10-year U.S. Treasury note yield as we speak is just down a basis point. But, again, this has had a big move as of late. Even if you go back to just the beginning, the first session of the year, which was on the 3rd, yields were trading down around 1.53%. Now they're up at 1.66%, touching that 170. Once they get through 170 on a weekly close, they take off to the upside. We'll see 2.25%. Possibly 2.5% on the 10-year.
Really? Hey, so what about gold, silver?
Well, gold is acting much better. Yesterday, you got a nice pop in gold. Now, to start the year, the first day, we had a big sell-off in gold. So everybody should take that into account. That was a big monster flush. Gold futures traded down as low as, I think, 1,800 by the close. And now they're back to 1827, so they've recovered quite a bit. I think gold might have a little bit more in the tank, get back up to that 1860 area, but I don't see it getting above there right now. So that's really the key level of resistance that's in play for gold futures.
It's resistance. So you think after it hits 1860, then we're going to see a pullback?
I do. Right now, that's the way the chart pattern is set up. So I think you gotta watch that area. Things can always change. The market's always in flux. So you have to just see what kind of pattern forms after that. But that was the resistance level I gave you a little while back in November. I said we'll probably go test 1865, 1870. We got to 1880, and then it came all the way back down to 1750. Now, you go back up there, you could test that 1860 area again, maybe 1865, but it's still going to be very tough to get through there.
All right. So Bitcoin, what's going on there?
All right. So Bitcoin today, the last I checked, had a nice little bounce. In fact, Bitcoin's up about $200 today, but I do not like the pattern for Bitcoin. I do not like what it's doing. We've been talking about that bearish consolidation on here for several weeks, and it's been going on where it's consolidating below the 200-day moving average. And again, anytime that happens, you got to be really, really on guard and careful. So the pattern right now is just bearish consolidation. Ultimately, I think when this does break, it's going to probably bypass the 40,000 support level and head down to 35,000.
All right. So it's still under its 200-day moving average with more to come. So, all right. Well, that's it for today. If you want to see how Nick has been beating the averages for decades, go over to inthemoneystocks.com. The Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago 01, at Kerry Lutz. Shoot us your emails to kl@kerrylutz.com. We'll get to them soon. Now that it's a new year, I've got a stack in the inbox that we will process and get to you real soon. Any questions or comments, like I say, just shoot them off to kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, we will talk to you again on Friday.
Sounds good, Kerry.